Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Thursday, October 16th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with last night's 3-hour combined episode of AEW Dynamite and Collision broadcast live on TBS and HBO Max from the Cable Dahmer Arena in Independence, Missouri. In the main event of the evening, Mark Briscoe and Brodito won a trios match over Kyle Fletcher, Rocky Romero, and Lance Archer. Kazuchika Okada jumped Brodito after the match and posed with the AEW World Tag Team title belts to end the show.
Kazuchika Okada, the unified champion, one half of the challengers this Saturday, the belt to the head of Brody King as now will we have new champions crowd? Will Konosuke Takeshita win his second title within a week, and will he do it alongside the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada? We will find out this Saturday live on pay-per-view.
Kenny Omega and the Jurassic Express went over Hechicero, Mark Davis, and Josh Alexander. The Young Bucks attacked the Jurassic Express after the match despite Omega trying to keep them apart. The Death Riders duo of Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta beat Kyle O'Reilly and Orange Cassidy. The Death Riders beat down Cassidy and O'Reilly after the match and also beat down Tomohiro Ishii and Roderick Strong, as well as Darby Allin, who took a paradigm shift from Jon Moxley.
It's never too late, John, to say I quit.
Death Rider on top of the flag.
You know, Darby Allin has more heart, more determination than anyone we've ever seen. But Brian, I think this may have been a mistake, a big one.
Allin and Moxley faced off in a promo segment earlier in the show, which ended with Allin being attacked by Pac. The AEW World Trios title was defended on the show, with the Ops retaining against La Faction Ingobernables. The teams continued to fight each other after the match and were joined by AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page, who was doing ringside commentary. Page had a stare down with Samoa Joe to end the segment. The Hurt Syndicate team of Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin took their first pinfall loss in AEW at the hands of the Gates of Agony. The night opened with a brawl involving Chris Statlander and Tony Storm. In other results, Claudio Castagnoli topped Roderick Strong, Megan Bayne pinned Harley Cameron, and Jamie Hayter defeated Sky Blue. In ratings news, AEW Collision rebounded last Saturday, drawing an audience of 286,000 on TNT, an increase of more than 25% from the previous week, according to WrestleNomics. The show also drew a .06 18 to 49-year-old demographic rating, which was double the rating from the week before. The pre-taped episode of WWE SmackDown set a new record low on Friday, drawing 1.025 million viewers, the smallest amount the show has ever drawn on USA Network, according to WrestleNomics. It's the smallest audience for the show overall since a preempted airing on FS1 in November 2023. The demo rating for the episode was .22, down nearly 5% from the previous week, and another record low for the show on USA Network. It's also the lowest demo rating overall for the show since the Best Of episode on New Year's Eve 2021. WWE was in Melbourne, Australia for a house show yesterday as part of an ongoing Australian tour. In the main event, Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio lost to CM Punk via disqualification thanks to outside interference from Roxanne Perez. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky came out afterward to confront Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. In other title matches, Stephanie Vaquer retained the Women's World title over Perez, and Julia retained the Women's United States title in a triple threat against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Rusev pulled double duty, first defeating Ivar of the War Raiders, then demanding another match, resulting in a loss to LA Knight. In other results, Jey Uso and Shinsuke Nakamura beat Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Ripley and Sky defeated the Kabuki Warriors. AJ Styles topped El Grande Americano, and Penta went over Kofi Kingston in the opener. And in news from outside the ring, Bret Hart was on hand yesterday for the naming of a bridge in Calgary in honor of his father, Stu Hart.
Always found a way to give back to the community, and I think that's what makes this so special. I know that everyone and my family is deeply honored by this moment, and we'll cherish the fact that there's a Sioux Hart Bridge not far from the Hart House. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming out. Thank you. And, we'll treasure this moment like everyone else. Thank you very much.
Also on hand for the ceremony was Alberta's Minister of Transportation, Devin Dreeshen, as well as longtime Stampede wrestler and booker Dan Crawford. The newly constructed bridge on Highway 8 over the Elbow River in Calgary is to be known as the Stu Hart Memorial Bridge. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.